Zamorak, I cannot allow you to continue. What?
If I were a gorilla, la 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 la, I'd eat me a banana, na na.
Jefferson and the Democratic-Republican Party won the election of 1800. Jefferson assumed the position of President of the United States of America, but recognized the need for a peaceful transition of power from Federalists to Republicans. During the first term, Jefferson attempted to win the allegiance and trust of the Federalists. He tried to maintain the national bank and debt repayment plan of Hamilton, and carried on neutrality policies of Washington and Adams. However, Jefferson retained loyalty of Republican supporters by limiting central government, military, national debt, and excise taxes.
One major achievement of Jefferson's administration was the purchase of the Louisiana Territory. Napoleon wanted to sell this territory for resources to fight against England and to squelch rebellion in the French colony of Santo Domingo. The United States needed the port of New Orleans, which was vital to settlers in the western frontier. However, Jefferson was a strict constructionist, and it was not explicitly stated that a president could purchase foreign land in the Constitution. However, he put this aside and bought the Louisiana Territory in 1803. In 1804, Lewis and Clark went out to explore and map the Louisiana Territory. They also improved relations with the Native Americans and created routes for future settlers and traders.
Santo Domingo.
Federalists, led by John Marshall, retained power over the courts. In Marbury v. Madison in 1803, Marshall established judicial review, which allowed the Supreme Court to overrule actions made by the other two branches of government.
In 1804, Jefferson was re-elected. In his second term, Jefferson gained the United States' respect in the international community by fighting off the Barbary pirates on the North African coast. Another issue during his term involved France and Britain, the belligerents of the Napoleonic Wars, who were seizing American ships and soldiers. In 1806, the British warship Leopard... Is that Leopard? Is it Leopard or Leopard? Leopard fired on the U.S. warship Chesapeake. 3 Americans were killed, and 4 others were impressed into the British Navy. This prompted Jefferson to pass the Embargo Act of 1806, which ended the U.S. foreign trade. This crippled the U.S. economy. Other problems during Jefferson's second term involved Aaron Burr.
I'm the slayer of dragons, the caster of ancient magic, seducer of women, and eater of goldfish crackers.
He's not that important.
In 1808, Jefferson relinquished the presidency after his second term to support his Secretary of State, James Madison. He replaced Jefferson's Embargo Act with the Non-Intercourse Act of 1890, which only blocked trade with France and Britain. This was followed by Macon's Bill No. 2, which declared that the U.S. would trade with whatever country that decided to respect U.S. trading rights. In 1812, war would break out. Along with ending violations to the U.S. neutral rights at sea, Americans also wanted the lands of British Canada and Spanish Florida. In 1811, it was revealed that the British had aided two Indian brothers, Tecumseh and Prophet, in forming an Indian Confederacy. In the Battle of Tippecanoe, 1811, the Indian Confederacy was destroyed. Young Republicans in Congress, led by Henry Clay and John C. Calhoun, argued for war and were called War Hawks. The Quids, aka Old Republicans, and New England merchants were opposed to the war. However, British delays in meeting U.S. demands over neutrality rights and the pressures of the War Hawks led to Madison's declaration of war in June 1812. Madison then launched a three-part invasion of Canada, which was easily repelled by the British. America was more successful on the naval front as Captain Oliver Hazard Perry defeated the British on Lake Erie and Thomas Macdonough defeated the British on Lake Champlain. In 1814, the defeat of Napoleon allowed the British to bring more troops to America, allowing them to capture the Washington, D.C. in the Chesapeake Campaign. In the South, Andrew Jackson defeated the Creek Nation. In December 1814, the U.S. and Britain signed the Treaty of Ghent, ending the War of 1812 and restoring pre-war boundaries.